How to help my baby with 6 simple exercises. I hope everybody realizes that what you have here is the largest library of working with the human body out there. No other modality, no other content, nobody's put out more videos than I have. That doesn't mean you know how to do them. And this is where we try to do them in courses. I started off with YouTube years ago in 2009. And now we have the courses that are bundled. So just on breathing, just on tummy time. We do have free courses. YouTube is all free. But YouTube, I can't put it into packages kind of thing or same concepts. So those are really important to work at. What you're working on though, where the problem is first of all, don't mix up your milestones. Your milestones for movement are way more important. Right now, grabbing an object is just, she's just not prepared for it. Grabbing an object usually happens when you're grabbing your feet and you're not there. And this is the thing that's hooking you up with her, it's her pelvis. So because of the pelvis area being off with the movements, please restrict any kind of devices, meaning, car seat time and going into swings and things like that put a 5-point harness on the pelvic region. It's just too much on her at this time. I'm not saying don't use your car seat, but make sure that you are restricting or watching that. So right here, she has a problem. And you can see this because she wants to do this, right, versus this. So her legs are either down long or they're up kicking, like straight. But you want the crawl to start to happen. And so what you're looking at here is you really want to get her to have these kind of movements. So you're right, the fisting is not happening as much because she's better balanced through her midsection, but at the same time too, she doesn't have the counter response or the weight transfer. And so that's your next conversation you're going to have with her. You can be working with this type of movement where she's on her back, and on the belly, it's going to look like something as simple as this. Sorry, I can't. When I'm doing the pelvic stuff, the tummy time, imagine her tummy time, she's up here. The tummy time, you're still having a bit too much of a head wobble because you don't have that stability here in the pelvis, which would really just be, again, really gentle, but weight transfer through the pelvis that you're going to be working on here. And for that, just using those simple movements there. They are taught in the tummy time course, but that's what you want to work on. Those movements through the pelvis to integrate her movements. She has movements in the upper body, and she's kicking her feet kind of thing, but when she's in tummy time, there's very little foot activity, and you want to start seeing just these little movements, but they're a pre-crawl. Crawling takes a lot of months to develop, and this is why people go, oh, my kids, I'm just putting it in all fours, and they're not crawling. Of course not crawling, because they didn't crawl in tummy time. Right? People don't see that weight transfer as a significance, but it's these little movements that develop into the bigger movements that we'll be looking for later. And so that's where you're going to have frustration if we don't get movement into the pelvis here. Thanks.